Anyway, here's a receptionist, Zin. Or at least, well, she's not a receptionist, she's the boss, actually. I just think receptionist, you know, whenever I enter a building, I think receptionist, but it's not. Well, here's a super family link. Oh yeah, super family link. This plays all the old hits like Yankees Peninsula, Water Rash, and Super Slug 3, Revenge of the Super Slug. Wow. Amazing. Some video games. I can't believe she's a gamer. Sweet and unopened duck game. This game gives me the urge to start quacking uncontrollably. Quack, quack, quack. Something wrong with me? That is a thing actually in real life. In the game called Duck Game, there's a dedicated quack button. You see? News. Maybe later if you find something educational. Educational? Or an adventure game. Your investigative skills could use a tickle. I get it, because we are playing an adventure game right now. It's meta. Shoot. Voice controls were popularized to the next generation of games. The smart headphones technology is far too new. The physical audio jack this console requires is only sold separately for 49.9 credits. It doesn't fit. Why would that fit, Slider? I don't know. It gave me the choice to do it, so... One of those land office paintings, it just looks like color splotches on an off-white background. Not my style, but I like the warm tones. Touch. Even stealing a boring office painting counts as art theft, you know? Talk. The painting doesn't speak to you, so you don't speak to it either. Touch. No finger painting on the canvas either. Speak. Your moves, Splotchy. Your moves, Splotchy. The painting edges out your ID photo in artistic quality by just a hair. It's milk. A bit irregular for a tasteful splatter style, evocative of Pollock, would you say? There's no sound, but you swear you can hear the dull monotone from an art museum's audio track. Okay. I don't know, there's a live updating weather forecast in the bottom corner of the screen. Touch. Seems like the type of person who punishes someone for fiddling with the settings. Who's this? Fairlight doesn't do tech support. Okay, window. Zin's window. You can see the Bay Bridge from here. Touch window. Please don't open that, it's chilly. Talk to window. That's a window, not your bathroom mirror. No time for embarrassing pep talks, it'll get jealous. Throw my ID card out. Yep, the info lines up. The reflection is definitely you. Okay, I was thinking it was gonna be another joke about throwing my ID out the window again. The professional care these plants receive puts your well-intentioned yet misguided overwatering to shame. Touch. You reach out, scoot the plant inch or two to the left. There, perfectly symmetrical now. What harmony. Touch it again. No, moving it even more, one more inch would ruin this beautiful symmetry. Everything must be in total. Touch it! Why is the soil so... Oh, they're fake. Touch it. No, okay. ID? Fake plant will never love you more than Zen. Milk. You doubt the plant would appreciate me like that. Their leaves glimmer in the sun, they seem almost too perfect, too pristine. Wait, they're fake. Touch. Why is the soil so... Okay, unimpressed by your photo. I'm gonna do everything. No, you keep that spell milk right where it is until you find a place to toss it. You're planning on getting rid of it soon, right? Like very soon? Nope. Photograph. A picture of a toupee is another thing to frame. Oh wait, that's an animal of some kind. You pick up the frame to examine it. There's no secret apartment hidden in the back. You're adventuring in all the wrong places. It would be easy to talk to if there were less hair, more distinguishable features. What's this? You didn't know people still hung up motivational posters ironically. Was it like, hang in there? You couldn't be bothered to take this, as inspirational as it is, the walls at home are too dangerous to touch. Also, you know, theft. Don't worry about it. It seems perfectly happy with the one-sided conversation it's having in the office. Milk. The poster changed. The kitchen is the heart of your home. Be sure to keep it clean. Poster changed. I don't know what changed. Plus, IK47? Zin's IK47 Executive Series ROM designed for office and high-level account maintenance. Wow. It looks like Kirby. Better leave it. It looks like to be in the middle of a high-value calculation work. Or it looks like Kirby, like it's Kirby, but like I guess they're riding a mecha, you know what it looks like? I guess. The IK-47 aren't known for being very verbose. Better leave it. 90. These units are used to dealing with 7-figure contract negotiations, not your overdraft credit account. Touché. The IK-47 unit scans the business card and pulls up a public profile with details on Fairlight and his public assets. It's, spoilers, a lot. Ooh, actual J-plant. Zimmer's real love for Dex plant has been meticulously trimmed and treated. Human hands was only sullying this flawless foliage. Probably gets sung into between his hourly spritz and daily sour soil massages. You know, this J-plant's better than mine, because mine's dead. The urge to poison something so beautiful is strong, but you somehow manage to resist temptation. Firelight isn't one to give the botanical advice. Look at this desk. I'm just avoiding every single thing of the person. A swanky looking desk that curves out on the edges. It's not made of wood because it'll knock on it, and milk everything. The nasty mail is worn down the bottom of the carton, so much it's hard to balance it up. The nasty milk has worn down the bottom of the carton so much it's hard to balance it upright anymore. Anyway, I can't read. I read so much, eventually my mouth just dies and I can't read anything anymore. Anyway, let's look at Zin first. Oh, a sharp-dressed woman stares you down. Don't look away. Let's touch your face. No, do you shake your hand before you speak? Okay. Gun. Okay. I can't zap anyone. Alright, it's time to... Oh, hello. Welcome to Augmented Eye. You must be the journalist my network admin said would be showing up. Have a seat. Would you like a drink? Water would be nice. My assistant will bring it right away. Look, I'll start off by saying I'm a little uncomfortable about bringing in another journalist to look into this. Whatever you dig up, I'll have to explain to the rest of the press. But it's still better than the other options. Chances are I have another corporation scoping out my territory. If they aren't in the correlation, they'll be expecting a corporate spy, not a news hound. If they are in the correlation, it won't look good for me to send in my own reporters against my allies. Even if I do end up being right. So, if I'm damned either way, I'd rather it be by the media. At least then we can fight back on a familiar battlefield. Now, what do you know about our problem here? Someone's been tampering with your articles on the mesh. That's the long and short of it. My network admin is pulling their hair out over it. I'm not going to pretend I understand everything they say, but from what I understand, the changes to our articles aren't being made from inside our network. The versions on our servers are still the originals, but at some point, after they hit the mesh, they get changed. I'm hoping that you can do some digging, maybe hit up your contacts and get a lead on who might be doing it. Even if I have to get answers from the nightly news, it will be a big help. What kind of changes are being made? Mostly little things, word choice, tone of the writing, things that make the writer appear more or less extreme on a topic. So far, almost all of the edits seem to be making articles more positive on new technologies coming out in more critical organizations like the Human Revolution. You would think it'd be the other way around, but someone's doing the opposite and trying to fight against the Human Revolution though? That's actually what tipped us off. A harsh criticism of one of my runners made about the Human Revolution protests was changed to be downright vitriolic, and I had a hell of a time putting out on the fires. Or maybe it's like, oh, it might be like, you know, to make them seem like, to cause more conflict, you know, by making it seem even more of a, I don't know what you call it, but, you know, make it more mean, I guess, make it more rude, or I don't know what the word is, but, you know, make it seem like irrational, that you would hate the Human Revolution, and therefore, ironically, maybe make more people join the cause, I guess, or something. I don't know. My writers and readers aren't exactly fans of them, but I'd rather not pick fights for the human revolution if I don't have to. Why are you so sure this is an inside job? I guess I'm not, but my network admin assures me it's all coming from somewhere else. They told me that they tore out all of the routers that broadcast to the mesh and replaced them with fresh ones. All kinds of tricks involving IP addresses and DNS changes that I'm not going to even begin to claim to understand. I'm not really a computer person, you see. I pay them the big bucks, so I'm inclined to believe them unless you dig up something that tells me otherwise. Do you have an idea where I should start looking? Not really. My admin says that only someone with intimate access to Parallax's network protocols could make these kind of changes as something passes across the net. Personally, I think it's a clever hacker rather than someone inside the Parallax itself. The public trust rating of Parallax makes them look like a saint among woes, so the control over the mesh network provisions is strangling. It's trivially easy to set up ROMs to use a different OS than LIPS or a different meshnet protocol without that trust. Or, you know, Parallax is abusing its power to spread pro-tech propaganda. Doubtful they need to. I'm sure you'll be a good journal and bring me back the right answer. Okay, need to start. I know tin hat conspiracies aren't an ideal start, but it's the best thing we can do with the info we have. Anything else I can tell you off the record? If you want it on the record, I'll cost you your firstborn. I'll cost you your firstborn and a really good cigar. Okay. Can you think of any reason why you're being targeted? Like what? There isn't much more I can tell you about Augmented Eye, really. It's a fairly simple and straightforward operation, if I say so myself. We started off in Venezuela as a sleek current events and news organization in 2055, almost 10 years ago now. We focus on more in-depth reporting of on-the-street happenings on top of major news. We're one of the few good ones left. Once folks in other cities saw the type of reporting we do, they all clamored for it. They invested in the right places and it paid off. Halcyon Corp is happy to have us here in Neo San Francisco. It wasn't until hybrid tech started hitting the public sphere that we had to make any changes to our model. All of that said, I can't see why anyone would target us unless they're just trying to embroil us in a mudslinging match with the human revolution, and there are much more direct ways of making that happen. I don't know if anyone else has articles being manipulated. Alright, look. I wasn't going to tell you this. If it gets out, I have to answer some really hard questions. So, you didn't hear this from me. You might want to go check out the TMI Entertainment and Charlie Nova. That's all I can say. And remember, you take a bite out of my name as your defense, I drop you fast. What's the real reason you're bringing outside help? Your own journalist should be able to handle digging up some dirt on a hacker. What? Not wanting to answer prying questions from my coalition boys isn't a good enough reason? Cause I really like to avoid that. And look, you've covered culture wars, right? My journalists are good, but they're mostly good at gadget reviews, implant releases, not taking too many stims, so they remember what they did at Raids for the after-party reports. This needs an investigative journalist with serious contacts, not tech personalities. You know, we don't need, what's his face? Linus. You know, Linus Tech Tips? We don't need that guy. You know, we need Batman, basically. The fact that my network admin recommended you to me means you probably know the right people. Now, does that cover it? I'd like to remove my nose from your ass. Okay. That's it for now. I'll get back to you if I have more questions. No, don't bother. In hindsight, I probably should have been a bit more circumspect about speaking to you, or circumspect, that's right. Plausible deniability and all that. I won't ask you to lie in anything you write. But do remember you got in contact with me not even a second hand, but third hand. I certainly didn't sick you on anyone. Wink wink, nudge nudge, or whatever. If you need anything else, have your person get with my person. Don't come here directly. Get your, like, peasant feet off my, off my floor. Now, I'll show you the door, but you know the way, and this isn't the only fire I'm trying to put out. Good luck and goodbye. Okay. Well, that was more confrontational than I have expected, considering she was the one needing help. All these business people always act this way. She never bought you that water either. Yeah, I never got my water. Where's my water? Is it always like this, Slider? She knows the game, but we didn't walk away with nothing. Very true. I will admit that I'm interested in the possibility of a link back to Parallax. If all of this really is due to somebody manipulating the mesh net on the inside, it may give us the leverage we need to find out what happened to Hayden once and for all. That said, I will take care not to get my hopes up. We should make no assumptions when investigating, lest we lead ourselves down a false path. Anyway, seems like our next step is... what the? Nani? What the? Why does everyone just keep dying around us? Are we just the Grim Reaper? What the? That's Zin! Well, that's one way to get plausible deniability. What the hell happened? He was defenestrated. What? Defenestrated? I don't know what that means. Emergency services are already on the way, and we are severely ill-equipped to help her. We should head back to her office and see if we can determine what happened here. Okay, we're doing a Phoenix Wright thing, by the way. Somebody died. Let's go to the crime scene directly, ourselves. You know, this is, I don't know, this is exactly how you get framed for a crime. Perhaps we can still dispense justice. This is how we dispense justice, right? Yeah, look at her. Welcome! The office employs a pretty fancy interactive screen out front. If they can keep it outdoors, then let's work. It must be under the level. Let's look around real quick. Okay, let's go. This is an emergency. Let's go. It looks like the desk has been cleared off. Let's take a look around, but be careful not to disturb any evidence. The police will be here soon. Okay, here's the window. My thermal sensor only detects a single set of lingering footprints, and they end almost 3 feet away from the window. Considering the density of this glass, I can't imagine Zin jumped off from that far and managed to throw herself through the pane without help. But who could have done it? I don't see any obvious marks on the floor or any other thermal hotspots. You're saying no one else was in here? I mean, there was that ROM, wasn't there? There was Kirby! Kirby did it! Anyway, you say no one else was here? Doesn't look like it. Oh no, wait, no, that's Kirby, right? Never mind. I thought that was like a hole in the desk, but no, Kirby's also dead. Damn it. Even the ROM dies. Even a ROM like that doesn't deserve an end like this. Talk. The outer circles are one of the more visibly damaged parts. You don't touch it. Here. Sure, just kick it while it's powered down. Or is it a plan, I guess? The fallen's foliage have fallen. The monitor. Ah, her personal computer is not password protected at the moment. Give me a moment to look through her files. Best to keep your fingerprints off the keyboard. Most of this isn't very interesting. Committee reports, financials, article submissions. Oh, here we go. According to this email between Zin and her network admin, her lead on TMI Entertainment is a little more solid than she led us to believe. The admin ran a web crawler looking for changes in writing styles. Some blog posts by their head anchor, Charlie Nova, stood out like a sore thumb. Apparently, he's a bit pompous, if in affable way, and his blog usually just details his day-to-day life. But ever since the human revolution has been in town, he's been smearing them with more venom than you expect, considering how neutral his on-air reporting has been. Zin seemed to think he was just complaining about the protesters fouling up traffic, and whoever is manipulating these posts spun it to make him look critical of the movement as a whole. Just like the augmented eye journalists. This Charlie fellow is the one we need to talk to. We should go. There isn't anything else here, and the police are almost on the scene. Son of a... Here's Lexi. I should have figured the two of you would be here. You just won't stay out of trouble no matter what I say, will you? Lay off, will you? This is a total misunderstanding. I assure you, Detective Rivers, we are merely in the wrong place at the wrong time. We had an appointment with Zin to discuss a possible lead, and found her office in this state of disrepair. I mean, we're lying even more. Why are we lie so much? Why can't we just tell the truth? We came back up here after we had the meeting, you know? Of course she did. Damn it. Fine, fine. Get the hell out of here before anyone else shows up. We'll chat about the case more when I'm not busy scraping bodies off the pavement. You hear me? Certainly, Detective Rivers. I'll forward you a report of what we know immediately, and we can speak further at a later time. Yeah, whatever. Get moving. The robots. So much of robots. Ew. Why'd you lie? Yeah, I keep saying, we could've just told her about the articles. Because it's better this way. We're chasing smoke trails. You think she would assist such an unlikely investigation? I do not need you to infer upon my motivations or highlight my duplicity. Detective Rivers has every bit of information that Zin gave us on that computer. Her investigation will not be hampered by our absence, whereas ours is halted if we're stuck giving answers she can just as well get from a hard drive. Literally. Has it occurred to you that whoever threw Zin out of that window could be after the same thing we are? Except to silence the story rather than to get it out. We have little time for fooling about, and must get to Charlie Nova before something happens to him too. You know, but that's not the point, Turing. I don't like lying to, to a friend. Now, unless you have further recommendations to level at me, we must not squander time my dishonesty about us. I still don't like it, though. I don't like it, Turing. Once you start lying about one thing and lie about other things as well, then you're like a genocidal robot that kills everyone because you lie about, pretending to be a good robot, but you're actually super evil. But anyway, I have highlighted the main San Francisco offices for TMI Entertainment on your map. Such a sassy robot, actually. These recently, it used to be like I'm a cutesy robot. Also, I tell super lies to everybody. Let's go. Police car. Police cruisers arcly parked from the office. A few ED-64s of the units around the scene, set up a perimeter. Here, have this. Tensions are already high enough. Don't need to remind them. There. Have already has some more personal information. You're at a company 91 noting. Or already has your information on you. Way more than you could get from an ID. Talk. I'm sorry you had to witness this, SighingSlider. Keep your head up. We will move beyond this day. The NSFPD will conduct a full investigation and exhaust all available resources. Take care of yourself and get some rest when you can. Okay, it's like... these little lines that police officers say to people, I guess. Empty platitudes. Can you go back in? You can't go back in. I guess that's it, nothing else. Look around here. Wasn't the... Oh, I can look even further up. Oh, here's... I was trying to find the window. This is the window. It's a window that Zin fell from. Oh. Can you survive? I mean, this is like 1, 2, 3. Can you survive 3 floors? I mean, if you weren't pushed, maybe. Maybe if you tumbled and rolled, you would get some broken bones, but you might have survived. But if you were pushed, you know, I don't know if you could survive that. I don't know. I mean, it depends, actually. I've heard that apparently, if you're unconscious, you know, when you get injured, you're actually less likely to get like a significant injury because your body doesn't tense up. Ironically, it's why people, you know, who drink and drive and they get into like car accidents, they're actually more likely to survive because their senses are dulled and they don't pay attention. So actually, your body might, you know, might be more like rubber when you get hit. So you get more likely to survive. If you expect, you know, like something and you tense up, you might actually cause more damage. But anyway. At least that's from what I've heard. I'm no doctor, so maybe I'm just speaking out of my ass, but I think that's the case. Anyway, let's go over here, I guess. TMI? Too much information? Is that what it stands for? I hope some pity for me still remains considering my recent tone, because I'm honestly not sure where we should start. I suppose we should just ask the receptionist to point us to somebody who can answer our questions. Do you know anything about this thing? This place? Honestly, you do have your own mesh access, yes? I'm quite certain you can handle all the casual searches you might feel like making. So sassy, we hardly have time for me to blather out every bit of exposition you desire when you could just go look it up on your own. Okay, that's funny. I mean, usually too much exposition is what I usually complain about any kind of story-driven game, but... So now you decide to shut up? Okay, fine, I'm Canadian, so... Sorry. No, I'm sorry. I'm just a bit on edge. Things are barreling out of our control and I'm taking it out on you. Forgive me. Let me pull up the information you requested. Oh? What do you know about this place? TMI Entertainment is a relatively popular celebrity and gossip news conglomerate. They own OK Today. Oh, is that what it is? OK Today. That's why we've been seeing OK everywhere. Maybe. Maybe? But then OK Today is like a news thing, right? It's not like... Because I've seen the OK on like other... like pieces of technology that's not related to media, but anyway. They're doing a job transitioning from the traditional media models of television news to their net-based model prevalent now, pioneered by their digital newspaper, OK Today's The Scanline, I guess. Some might call their programs rags, but opinion on the mesh seems more favorable than not. They stick to mostly good-natured prying and lean away from the seedier nastiness that paparazzi can get up to. That's unrealistic, I gotta say. But as such, they have a positive relationship with many celebrities and regularly get exclusive scoops that keep their ratings up, despite their refusal to peddle in the darker side of the celebrity news circuit. What do you know about Charlie? Charlie Nova is TMI Entertainment's most popular TV personality. He's gotten consistently high ratings for almost a decade and isn't afraid to tell you about it. The chatter on the mesh paints him as a bit arrogant, but in that loud, backslapping kind of way that a media star can get away with. He's best known for hosting Star in the Stratosphere. It's one of those talent-seeking reality programs. Apparently, when TMI can't organically discover enough celebrities, they just manufacture them. Oh yes, just make them. It's easy. I mean, that's what you do, you know? That's what you do. Oh, and also according to this blog, Charlie's hair is flawless. Easy. Got it. His hair is flawless. That's it. That's all the information I got. The glass door offers a clear view of the OK Today set and the production floor. plant in the corners where a few stakes are stuck in the middle of the planter. Look at this table, small, industrial, and color, and table. Look at that, basic but sleek. Look at this plant. Sure, it's a scruffy plant. Yeah. Look at receptionist. She has bunny ears? A hybrid receptionist bobs in her heels. She's either had a long day standing or is just fidgety. Whose door? Is Lee? Excuse me. What are you doing? I don't know. I'm leaving, I guess. I don't know. Talk to the door. You can't open it with your hands, so you try commanding it open? No? Or maybe that's the way forward. Because I'm thinking that's the exit, but maybe that's the entrance, rather, to the actual studio. ID. That's your ID card, not an employee badge. Oh, sure? Has no interest in your pro-human propaganda? Yeah, pro-human. Disgusting. I'm anti-human. All humans must die. No, talk to floor plant. This plant is clearly young. You should encourage it. Good job, plant. We can't take it. It's too young to go through that much change. Yeah. Anything else? Can interact with? Use this. No, do that. Oh, sure. The human revolution could use some more good press, but it doesn't seem like they're making friends to mainstream news right now. Too cheap to steal, too expensive to replace. Talk to it. The science follows itself, and won't talk to you unless you're a celebrity. How snobby. The plant dodges your touch. Wow. Listen to your body. Talk to the plants. Ignore people. Ah, yes. Plant cult. That's one way to create a news story. Playing some spoiled milk, I guess, on the plant. Anyway. Look at you already. Yeah, nervous tapping is almost a rhythm of the sound of her clicking heels. Touch? I know you're used to computers being your only co-workers, but with humans, you only have to speak to them if you want to do something. Talk. Welcome to TMI Entertainment Incorporated. Do you have an appointment? I have a story about to break. No, but we need to talk to whoever's in charge here, or we need to speak with Charlie Nova. That probably won't go well, because he's a celebrity, so... You know what? I mean, this is kind of the truth, so... Yeah, I have a story about to break, and wanted to offer TMI an opportunity to comment. Oh, I guess I should send you to Sympathy, then? Oh, she'd be pretty mad if someone ran something without her getting a chance to comment. Go ahead and talk to her. She's on the other side of the room. Don't bother the talent, though. She hates that. Okay, we're allowed in, but... Also, I want to know her name. What's her name, though? What's your name? Oh, go right through. I don't know her name. Oh well. There's a camera, though. Camera is in the rigs, inactive. I think it would be fun to be on TV, but I would need a good script. I'd probably say something silly otherwise. Just do it live. Who's this guy? Newsroom employee. A film of some kind taking a break. It's TMI's lead, a cinematographer. At least he seems like one. News wrong. And 80NL News ROM putters speedily across the production floor, frantically looking for the next big scoop. You know, these robots are kind of cute. And also, this one reminds me of a Mega Man enemy, I feel like. I mean, I don't think it looks like exactly, but it just it's the eyes. It just looks like an enemy you fight in a Mega Man game. What's up? Have you been tuning into the show? Zap! No. Here's a business card. This guy a producer or something? Not exactly. Is that ours? Yeah, I think I passed the coffee this morning. Hi. Hey, you! Over here! Now! What are you doing bothering my people? I thought I told Nina to cancel all my appointments for the day. I swear that girl couldn't find her ears if I taped them over her eyes. At least she makes a decent cup of coffee. Are you Sympathy? Nina said we should speak to you. Yes, I am, and if you don't mind, I keep the show running here, so I'll be brief. Weird glasses, by the way. What are you doing in my building? We've been given a lead on a story that involves one of your personalities, Charlie Nova. Someone has been manipulating his articles on the meshnet and turning them into scathing attacks against the human evolution. We're trying to track the culprit, and we need to talk to Mr. Nova to hunt down further leads. You let your ROM do the talking for you? Must be one of those new interrogation modules all the fresh meat rave about. Of course, I know someone's been modifying Charlie's articles. I'm tracking them down myself. What I want to know is why I should help you snatch the scoop out from underneath me. Super hacker twists meshnet news for personal political vendetta. The clicks basically farm themselves. Yeah, it's clickbait. Say that to Zin. We could mention Zin died, I guess. I don't know if she's dead necessarily, but I mean it's likely, I guess. We don't want to say that though, because she specifically said not to involve her. So we're gonna trade we're willing to trade info with you. Not interested. I already have a pretty decent idea of where to look next, and if that doesn't pan out, I have our primary server cluster chewing out through mesh posts looking for inconsistencies. I'll figure this one out on my own, without some newbie mucking things up. I'm willing to bring the story under TMI's banner. Huh. I'm not hiring, kid. I admire your spirit, but I've got people putting in lots of hours on this one. You're not getting the credit for it because you think you have a hot lead. Plus, if you really did, you wouldn't be here begging for my scraps. Okay, fine. I guess I have no choice. I didn't want to do this, but I have to mention what happened to Zin, I guess. Zin. Augmented Eye Zin. What does Zin have to do with this? She's the one who gave us the lead to begin with. We're not supposed to say that, Turing. But we don't have a choice. We have to say it. Then someone threw her out of our office window. We figured Mr. Nova might be next, and we wanted to get to him first. Holy shit. Fine. I'll let you talk to Charlie. If someone is trying to kill people over this, I'd rather be out and done with as fast as possible. I mean, shit. We're an entertainment zine. Or zine? Or zion? I say that. Nobody should die for that. But hey, watch yourself with Charlie. He's a pompous clown, but he's my pompous clown. Keep it civil or I'll throw your ass out and figure this out on my own. Okay. Now get on it. I need to make some calls. Alright, so we just need to talk to this guy. Oh boy. I want to talk to somebody else as well. Can I talk to you real quick? Hey there, I'm Sky. Nice to meet you. This is just my side job. For my main gig, I run a gym. Sky High Gym, right by the campus off the M. Okay. Nice, your ID looks like a lot like mine. Now this. Probably not for me, buddy, but you go ahead. Brochure? Those guys are gross. Are you part of that? Zap. I already tried it. Headline ticker scrolls along the display module atop its head casing, but it flashes empty. There are no major stories breaking at the moment. Touch it. I'll pick it up while it's working. Talk to it. The news ROM doesn't care to take comment from an unaffiliated freelancer. ID? You're now registered with the TMI's freelancer database, along with 1,600 others. Well, at least it's something. The small bug isn't bad enough to be newsworthy yet, but it's close. Zap. Can't zap anything. It seems to recognize the name, but appears unsure how to respond. Okay. What else to look at? Inactive. GX specifically said these headphones weren't ideal for heavy-duty production. Where you said the same on your own review. You're not sure if you want to be a public spokesperson for that group just yet. Without recording, you'll get your 15 minutes another day. And the right union, okay. Now these cameras are active, I guess. 2 cameras have been set up to cover the main news desk. If a live broadcast were shooting right now, you'd be in a big trouble for moving it. Till then, hopefully nobody will notice the frame is zoomed in way too close. Oops. Let's just say there's a reason you're in print media. It would be a cruel irony to report my newsworthy act of the industry sabotage on the only cameras in the building that could report on it. Listen. Thick pairs of studio production headphones are already nestled at the top of the cameras. These sturdy desks are built specifically to make the nicest noise when jogging papers on them. Yes. Look, it's Juna Valmer Anna from OK Today. Yeah. Shoot her on, while it's live. No, milk. You can't give the milk producer free advertising. The charismatic Fairlight probably wouldn't thrive as a news reporter. And here you go. There's nothing newsworthy. There's scandalous in the group's own official pamphlets. A little bit pride for a wide-angle, medium, long shot, and a close-up. Camera pans half an inch. Really got them good. Get pranked, idiots. Might not be anchor, but that's your hook. Ha. Become the next news vandal yourself, and also headphones. Not filming, so you can hear the sharp whirring of adjusting glance. Alright. Oh, well, there's more though. I gotta click on all the things. A few work in progress versions of the next show's graphics are being tested on the monitors. Touch it. Early on, today's events, gossip, market returns scrolling in all directions in the background screen. Careful what inanimate objects you try talking to, could be the next headline. In those words, the facts, not any one group's opinions. Theoretically. Sympathy, the production manager for TMI. Zap. I can't zap it. She takes a minuscule glance at what you shoved her and decides not worth her energy in an instant. Show business folks have high standards, but you probably wouldn't get anywhere with that regardless. If it's a story or a check, I don't care. Okay. ID. He takes a minuscule glance at what you shoved her and decides not worth it. Also, I'm gonna be honest, a she? It's the beard, it's the facial hair. It's the very, traditionally masculinity is often associated with facial hair, but it's a she? I don't doubt it. It's mainly just, it's the beard. It's an easy mistake to make, I feel like. Anyway. He's practically glowing as people are waiting on him hand and foot. Definitely the talent, Charlie Nova. Touch Charlie Nova. Oh, fine. You can touch my hair once. That was nice. Alright, I touch his hair. Zap. Can never zap people. Talk. Fantastic. How fantastic. I just love your rum. I just assume he sounds like this. Not quite as stunning as mine, but still pretty grand. Very sleek, very clean. Bravo. He reminds me of, who's that villain in Phoenix Wright? One of the first cases you do in that game? Mr. Red, White, something. There's some kind of pun in his name, but, that guy. The very, flamboyant guy with the pink hair. Oh, Sympathy is doing that thing where she waves at me to hurry things up. Right down to brass tacks then, I suppose? Wait, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Charlie Nova, host of Tonight in the Stars and Star in the Stratosphere. But you already knew that, I'm sure? Twinkle, his teeth, pearly whites. What can I do for you, why don't you tell me about yourself? Oh, you flatter me, yes, you do. I can imagine you've come all the way just to get my story, have you? After all, I've already published my very own splendid 100% original autobiography, like a Nova. But I suppose I can give you a quick rundown, even if Sympathy is giving me the stink eye. I grew up here on the mean streets of Neo San Francisco, but my jocular nature and striking countenance got me scouted for a few small product advertisements. And the rest is not so ancient history. Now I'm the host of the largest celebrity news show on the mesh, and I couldn't be happier. It's all thanks to my swarms of fans, though. They're the ones who count, yes. I've lost subscribers on YouTube. What can you tell me about the TMI? Yes, any additional information on your station would be greatly appreciated. Well, it's the best damn network on the planet, I can tell you that. We put out top-notch news and entertainment, but with real heart that our competitors just can't match. But if you really want to know about TMI, you need to know about sympathy. It's her pride and joy, after all. Sure, she can be a little acerbic. I don't know what that means. Acerbic? Acerbic, sure, she calls me a poofy-haired oaf all the time, but you can really tell she cares, you know? Okay, so Charlie's a himbo, by the way. I guess this is what he is. Deep down, I'm not sure if that throat-cutting gesture she's making is a signal to move to another topic or a threat against my physical well-being. So, let's move on. What next? Okay, well, have you heard that your stories are getting altered once they get posted to the mesh? Oh, it may have come up in the last lunch meeting we had, but somebody assured me that it was some kind of technical glitch, and our support people were on top of it. They're top-notch. The absolute best money can buy. So I don't think there's anything more to say on the subject. Tell me you don't know anything at all? Look, Charles, we're trying to get a bottle. I don't know what we're trying to say. Look, Charles, we're just trying to get to the bottom of this now. You're telling me you don't know anything at all? Or we heard other people out there getting altered too. Oh, here's the thing. If you say this, you know, I don't know how he'll react. If he says this, if we say, I feel like if we say this, you're telling me you don't know anything at all. I don't know. That's all I got. Or, you know, it's like, whatever. We say, we've heard other people getting altered too. He'd be like, well, it's not my problem. You know, that's what he's gonna say. Or we say, look, Charles, we're trying to get a bottom of this. It's like, you know, look, that's all I know. You know, it's like, I don't know. I guess I'll say this. Look, Charles, we're just trying to get to the bottom of this. It's Charlie. Oh yeah, Charlie. And honestly, I absolutely love to help you out. Really, I just don't have the information you're looking for. Chuck. Chuck. To worry that you don't know more. It was your post that they were manipulating. Chuck, I'm sure you're better informed than that, right? You're at the top of this heap, yeah? Chuck? It's Charlie. And of course, I'm the leading man around here. Who has said otherwise? I'm not quite certain what you think it is that I don't know, but I assure you that I know what it is. You won't be able to trip me up that easily. Somebody has already ended up in the hospital with this chip. If they can access your story, what else can they get on you? We're just worried for your safety, or, you know, I'm just gonna bully it. This is probably the wrong choice. This is like the funny answer. But you know what? I'm just gonna continually get his name wrong, and he's gonna get mad at me, and I'm gonna get kicked out, or get kicked out. Somebody's already ended up in the hospital with this chip. It's Charlie. And Sympathy never mentioned that. But still, she said the tech guys aren't on top of it, and I'm gonna have to go with her on this one. I'm not scared of some boogeyman. This isn't the first time I've dealt with something like this. Security has to throw out obsessed fans all the time. I'm made of sterner stuff than you think. Why can't we work together? Bury your head as everyone, this is going away. Or Zin was on her office window over this. Yeah, we're just gonna say that. It's Charlie, damn it! No, but I'm not referring to you though. And wait, what? Yeah, someone murders in. What on earth? Oh, okay. I'll tell you what I know. I didn't realize how serious this had gotten, but I'm always glad to play the hero. Yeah, sure. Unfortunately, I really only have conjecture to offer you. Trust me, I love to lay down some earth-shattering pronouncement and dazzle you with my investigative skills, but all I've got is flimsy threads at best. The thing is, all this stuff with my stories, the stuff getting changed, making me look like I don't like the human revolution or whatever, it started after I had an upgrade made to my VR uplink hardware. You downloaded viruses. What kind of upgrade? The technically legal kind. Look, I like to have a good time at a party, right? But sympathy keeps hammering on me for pounding back too much crash and whatnot. Crash is mentioned again. I assume it's some kind of cyber drug, I don't know. Nothing illegal, but she says it makes me look like shit on camera the next day. So I went to this guy I know, a good guy. Everyone uses him. He's called Nanya. He does great work. After just one simple back alley brain surgery, bing bang boom, I guess very simple. Back alley brain surgery. I don't know if you trust someone with that. I can use an app to make my VR uplink have the same effect on my brain that the stims do, without all of the nasty physical side effects. Is that how it works? It could be a coincidence though. I don't know. The tech guys didn't find anything wrong with my uplink, and they say the modifications check out. Well, they did check, I guess. I was thinking though, but he'd like just download a virus in his head, you know? Not even a download, like a physical, like physically putting a virus in your head. But that Nanya guy does a lot of work for media people around here, so if a bunch of posters are getting changed, maybe that's your weak link. Anyway, that's it. Pretty flimsy, but I'll send you the address and you can go talk to him. Alright, we have a lead. Something, I guess. If he'll even see you, or if he'll even see you, that is. Well, thanks for the help, Dave. Oh, it was no problem. No problem at all. Also, it's Charlie. I'm quite happy to assist in any way I can. Just make sure you source me an article, right? Maybe run a rough draft past me and I'll give you some quotes. Give him some exposure. I'm certain that'll help signal boost the story all the way to the stratosphere. Give it the old Charlie Nova bump. I mean, it would be quite a collaboration. You would definitely get more viewers, get more clicks on your article. Anyhow, I really have to get back to work. You wouldn't believe how long it takes to put all this together before a show. Let me know how it goes with the murderous hacker thing. My ROM will call your ROM. Okay, there you go. So I guess now we can move on and talk to this Nanya person who does back alley brain surgery maybe? Can I know talk to Nina real quick? Yeah, your name's Nina because you was mentioned before. I kinda wanna know who she is, but I guess she's a receptionist, that's all she is. Oh well. I don't know. So I'm a receptionist. And she's also very nervous. Like that's very suspicious. This is very sus. Is she the assassin maybe? I don't know. Well, I mean she's probably working here, so probably not, but I don't know why she's so nervous. Unless she's just normally nervous. Maybe that's the case. Anyway, but now we know, okay, now we know where to go. We just need to go Nanya, and we're gonna follow that lead. I don't know about the mansion. I don't know if the game cuts you off from exploring the other lead if we, go deep into this one, but hopefully we can also go to the mansion as well and figure out what kind of information you get from that as well. But I guess we'll see.